Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is gonna pop up and it's gonna bug me. I'm still getting the hang of this Zoom to YouTube live stream, even though I love technology and I geek out on it. I'm still playing and figuring it out. So when I say go live, it pops up the YouTube stream and there's like this little delay so I can see myself in the past, a few seconds in the past right behind me. It's kind of wild. So just give me a second to get it set up and get myself clear. There we go. Get the junk out of here. Hello and good morning. It is April 24th, 2023. We are in a waxing new moon phase. So we had a new moon a few days ago. It's a really good time to sort of plant seeds to sprout, start new things, put that energy into initiating and bringing things to the light. Imagining them being revealed in the full moonlight coming up in about 10 days. So yeah, I'm really digging kind of, aligning my own practice to the cycles of the moon. And I have a lot of glasses here, I'm noticing. So that's what's what. I just got back from the desert, from Joshua Tree, where I spent some really transformative and healing time with about, I think there were in total 15 women there, 13, 15. And just had I didn't know any of these people before I got there, and just sort of on trust, availed myself of this opportunity to be in community with Carrie Kelly, the author of American Detox, and do some work together with these folks. And it was really awesome. And I'm really, we were encouraged to kind of take it easing back into real life, because it really did feel like we went somewhere else, and it was awesome. So out there in the desert, in the new moon, starlight, just feeling very inspired and with the renewed patience. I recognize in myself, I have this impatience that we should be moving faster, we should be growing faster, we should be, everything more, do more, all, in this, we have a mission to serve. So it feels very, sometimes frantic and kind of urgent. There's folks who need care, who need community, who need to be seen and heard out there. And it feels like, we kind of can't keep up with the need as we're intentionally growing slowly. And so I also recognize that bringing that kind of frantic energy and sense of urgency into the work is kind of a polluting element to what we're really striving for, which is, grace and connection and these things that can't really be rushed. So I'm reflecting on that a lot as I come back to my work and ease back into the world and the work and the practice. So I'm curious to see what the ancestors have to tell us about the energy we should bring to our leadership this week. So we had a really fun time with some oracle decks, and I have been kind of leaning into this practice of channeling these affirmations from the ancestors. I'm told to bring them to people, and I've always kind of kept that under wraps, or felt like people would think I was nuts if I approached them with these messages that I kind of been told to bring them, but I just followed the hunch, and I think they came at just the right time. At least the energy that I witnessed as I delivered these messages to folks that are kind of affirmations that I'm told by the ancestors they need to be reciting to themselves that they were received, with openness and tears and hugs and love. And so it feels like the right space. So I'm leaning into, trusting the ancestors and messages that they have to offer. So let's see what they have to say about our leadership this week and what leadership qualities they want out of me. And maybe it will resonate with the leadership you want to bring to your work and to your practice this week, to your community, to your family. All of us have an opportunity to lead in this new reality and in this new way of being a leader, which is more of a guide by the side rather than a sage on the stage, I always say, right? Like we as leaders help folks trust the knowing that they have inside of themselves and the leadership they have inside of themselves. It's not about like telling other people what to do or where to go or how to be or any of that, but really being what the world needs from us right now and what we need from ourselves. Let's see. Oh my gosh. This is the third week in a row I've gotten the same card, the administrator. Okay. Oh my gosh, they really want me to be a pencil pusher and a systems builder. But that's okay because I do geek out on that stuff. We've been doing a lot of work in setting up our CRM and our project management and all of the integrations of the things together working well. And I think I often liken that work because I wear a lot of hats here as well as all the other folks that I work with here. We each wear a lot of hats, but the hat around kind of processes and systems and technology sits on my head a lot because I kind of like that work as an introvert. Sometimes I enjoy kind of getting down deep into connectivity and imagining how all of this can work behind the scenes to support the work and automate as much as we can with the machines so that we can create the spaciousness and time for ourselves to be like in real authentic connection with one another. So, and I feel like there's a real sweet spot there to be found where your systems are set up to fuel and empower your work, not to obfuscate or silo or create, like just reinforce like patriarchal capitalistic power structures that we can actually, empower ourselves and create channels using technology. I'll geek out on that for ages, but I also geek out on the, playing with the things, doing that. So anyhow, I'm hearing that is what the gift I'm supposed to be bringing still. And the challenge I have sometimes with this is that I can get into flow state when I'm messing with this stuff and lose track of time and really want to finish something because there's a lot of pieces that have to connect. And sometimes it feels like I'm eating a lot of pies, like by crust, like around the edges all the time, and nibbling at a bunch of pies and then the pies get finished and then I go back to what kind of pie is this again? I don't remember. It tastes a little bit. Anyhow, it's overworking that metaphor. But I also, that my introvert self gets fed with a lot of this work. I get into flow state, I lose track of time, and I just get into my little hole in my little hamster wheel. And I also have to do front-facing work with our community and facilitating gatherings and convenings with our community that call for a different sort of energy from me. So sometimes kind of having feet in both of those selves or trying to integrate those selves can be challenging. And I feel that impatience come up again. We're like, I just want to finish that thing. So anyhow, they're saying, yeah, keep at it, daughter, sister, person of the earth, spirit in the skin suit, the administrator. So that's what I'm bringing, more of that, which is kind of apropos because we have a systems meeting that I'm getting ready for at 10 today, where we're going to be doing some strategic planning around our system stuff and figuring out how we can all, how I can call on the folks who are offering their support and figure out how we can all sort of eat these pies together and get it done. Because it really feels like, oh, we're just so close. We're just like right there on the cusp of this explosion of care, really, for community and for kind of scaling our work. And there's just like this minor little fine tuning that we need to do of our systems, which is very much administrative work. You know, it gets relegated sometimes as like, you know, the BS of bureaucracy. But I can geek out big time on shifting that. Anyhow, I've gone on and on this morning. I wish you all everything you need, you know, and know that you are a perfect being. You are right where you need to be in this moment. The knowing is inside of you. Let it shine. Don't doubt yourself. If you need a pep talk, feel free to hit me up and I'd love to chat. If I'm on my hamster wheel, I will pause it and step off to connect with you in a real way.